Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is MJ and I've got a brand new build tour for you. If you are a bougie girly, an aesthetic girly, someone who loves realistic builds, you will like this. And I'm so proud of it. I can't wait to show you. Alright, so let's get into it. So currently, I am in the world of Oasis Springs. If you can't tell by the surroundings, here we are. And one of the beautiful neighborhoods of Oasis Springs. This is called Skyward Palms. So the lore behind this neighborhood is that it's an upscale, luxurious, gated community. I knew I wanted to redo all the worlds, and I started with Oasis Springs because it's one of my favorite worlds, and I just have a love for it. So anyway, I wanted to make a pool lot because Oasis Springs, I felt like it gave me beachy vibes. We have all these beautiful bodies of water everywhere throughout the different neighborhoods, but we can't swim in it. So I definitely wanted to make sure Oasis Springs had a designated pool, and so this neighborhood was the area I chose. Now, I also wanted to make sure that the pool matched the aesthetic of the actual neighborhood. Hence why we got this like Spanish mission style architecture, and it matches what's already here. Now again, this is sort of a brand new save. We've got like the base game guilds over here, so you kind of get the idea of the vibe that we were going for. Even if you were to redo these houses and still give that mission style, this would stand up pretty well. So anyway, let's talk about it. This is the pool lot that I did, and it is just filled to the brim of activities for your Sims to do. Now, when I thought of Oasis Springs, I thought of California. I thought of Palm Springs. I thought of, let's use the Riviera Retreat Kit because I wanted to feel luxurious, and upscale. So how I was able to pull this off is I really went for like a grown feel when it came to this lot. Somewhere that, our grown Sims would want to go. But I still want it to be accessible to kids at the same time, but just not look like it. So there are a couple of things here that are accessible to children, and I will explain what that is because we want all our lots to be family friendly sometimes. And I wanted this lot to be multifunctional. So other than just a pool, what else could you do here? Let's sit and talk about it. So I'm here with my tester Sim. He's just over there eating, and we'll get to him in a little bit because I'm play testing the lot at the same time as I'm showing you. But this lot is separated into the different areas. So we have this little area here, which is like your sitting area. This little fire pit came with the Riviera Retreat Kit, and I thought it was so cute. I wanted to include it here. So we got this little, little patio area underneath the pergola is how you say it. And then we got this fancy drink tray that also came with that kit. Mind you, if you restock this, my Sim ain't got no money. I gotta get him some money. If you restock this, it'll give you like these cute little like nectar glasses that look like little martinis, and I like it. So that's the seating area, and then there's an eating area. So why is there an eating area here at the pool? You don't need it, but I like to make these lots multifunctional. So again, if you are a simmer like me that really gets engrossed in stories, you might have the idea that your Sim lives in California and you want to play out that storyline. You working on machinimas or LPs. This is great for that. So an eating area, if you want to throw a party, we got potlucks, we got birthdays, and enough seating to feed a bunch of Sims that you might invite. You also have this little banquet table. So I put this little banquet table over here because I thought it was cute, honestly. I thought it would make sense to be able to click and just serve food. Now again, my Sim is broke right now because he been spending a muck on a bunch of other things, but you can serve quite a bit on this little buffet table, and I like it. It was part of a login event. A lot of things in this lot were part of a login event, such as these palm trees with the lights on them. I think they're beautiful. If you don't have this, that's okay. You don't need these little palm trees here. I still have base game landscaping all over. But these string lights, they are attached to poles. So even if the trees are not there, the poles will show up and it'll still look just fine. Now, besides this little eating area, you throw your little parties, whatever. I don't know what type of gameplay you might want, but when I think of California, I've never been there, but I think of parties. I think of outdoor parties. I think of meet and greets. I think of celebrities. And so I thought we definitely have to have a space for the musicians, for the entertainers, for the comedians, for the actresses to come up here on the mic and do their thing. And then if you got a guitar or a violin, whatever your sim may be into, you know, they could come out here and earn their tips at the pool. That makes sense. And then there's a little extra space on this little stage. If you want to put a piano, you could do that. I have a musician sim in my other save, in my story save. I could totally plop this lot down there and have her have this other place where she can come to and, you know, build up her skill and get some money on the side. This is also big enough if you want to swap all this out and have a full blown out party. You can literally put the DJ booth up here. So yeah, just wanted to share that, you know, this lot is multifunctional in that way. Now, besides this little eating area, we got other areas. So besides the obvious, the pool here, which we'll get into, we've got, you know, the roof covered areas. So we have the bar and grill over here and the jacuzzi over here. So let's take it slow. We got, you know, this beautiful little setup. Now, this has the, you know, bar height tables. And, you know, if you want to come here on a date, who knows, you might have Love Struck. A lot of times with Love Struck, if you're using the date system, you'll need to sit and socialize with your date. And I just wanted to make a cute little moment up here. So if you want to come here, you want to eat and drink, perfect. Come up here and you can make a drink, or like hire a bartender, hire a mixologist, make the drink yourself. And if you want some food, you can have a grill over here, and you know, it's just the best of both worlds. Also, you know, you could just walk right on over, get in this jacuzzi. You can set the lighting if you want to. I've done this, and I just think it's cute. I set it to this blue because at nighttime that looks perfect, and I'll show you when it turns night how good that looks. But yeah, this is what I mean by vibes. Like when you want outdoor hangout social light session, this is it. So anyway, besides the roofing area, there's also this area over here. So the actual pool itself, like I got my sim over here. He's currently sitting down. Oh, he's hungry. He made these very poor campfire spuds. I'm gonna have him eat that. And then while he does that, I'm gonna talk about what's over here. So of course we got to have actual pool vibes. We can't have a pool without the lounge chairs on the side of them with the cute little umbrella on the side. That just made sense, right? So anyway, this is what I mean by luxury grown upscale pool area. So again, I used the Riviera Retreat Kit, and it allowed me to have this desert earthy feel because it came with like this trim for the pool, this ladder, these rocks, which are really cool. I've never seen anything like this in The Sims. But yeah, this waterfall effect. This is just an object solely for the pool. You can only find it in the pool objects, and it just slots to the edge of the pool, and it just falls in there like that, and it's so pretty. Now, why is he so upset? Anyway, let's have him come over here. I have made plenty of pool lots in the past. I think I have 2 of them on my gallery, and they are very retro. One is modern, but it's still Oasis Springs inspired. It's definitely not this Mission Spanish style. So this was definitely different. That one's more kid friendly, and it looks very cartoony, which is a vibe if you want to go for that and have it be like a family friendly themed park. But this is definitely themed for upscale and grown. Now, another thing about this is that when I made my other pool lots, we did not have adventure awaits. We didn't have this cool looking dive board, and we did not have this cool looking water slide. So now we have this cool thing in here, so I was able to add it. Now, one thing about my other lot is that it had that big shark. um it was like a water, like, do you call it like a water slide? It's like a mat that your Sims go on and they like run up to it and they slide down with the bubbles. Really cool. Now that's included in the older lots if you want that version. But this here, I don't feel like that would fit the vibe, so I didn't include it. But to add extra gameplay, we set it off with these diving boards in the slide. Plus, this is the jumping platform. So if you don't know, Get Together was the very first expansion pack that came out that allowed us to have a pool lot type and gave us these pool assets. So there's a bunch of different jumping platforms. I think there's like 3. This one came with the rock sort of canyon rock style. So I thought it made sense for here. Cannonball. Yeah, I thought it made sense for here and it matched the Riviera Retreat rocks. So I thought, you know what, why not? And so that made sense. So there's lots of fun for you to have while you're here at this pool. And again, like, you come here with the kids, come here with the teenagers, this is going to be great. But even if you want to do an all adult, party and just live it up with all the singles, that's cool too. Now, again, as far as being kid friendly, the kids can interact with all this, but when I say kid friendly, I mean like all the way down to the infants and toddlers. So the toddlers can come. They can't get in a regular pool like this, but they can get in this. Now, this looks like a pool. It is not, but it functions like a pool. And that is the important thing. For infants and toddlers, they can dip their feet into water. So this is a pond that I made. It's made using just landscaping. This is lower terrain with a pond in the middle of this little pool. This was a hack that I saw on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and credit to the creator that did that. I can't think of their name because I didn't really pay attention to the name when I saw it, but you guys know it. If you see it, then you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, you'll be able to come over here. Your toddler will walk in this and then dip their feet in it. If you have an infant, your adults can hold the infant and dip their feet in the water. So I like that. I think that's so cute. And as far as what else the toddlers can do, I made sure to make this toddler friendly. So we have a cooler over here. If you did not know, toddlers, maybe you're busy enjoying yourself, hanging out with friends. How rude of you to sit on that while I'm showing it off. But coolers. Toddlers are great with coolers because they can go in the cooler themselves. They don't have to, get an adult to do that. Now, the other thing is, I knew that Seasons came with a toddler pool, and I wanted to fit it in. It doesn't really match the aesthetic here. I mean, the palm trees do, but it's very cartoony. But it's off to the side, so it's not throwing off the majority of the aesthetic that's going on. So you'll still be able to, come over here and have an actual experience in the pool with the toddler. And even if your toddler gets sleepy or whatnot, they can sleep on benches and like outdoor chairs that aren't slotted. So I thought of that. Now, there is the indoor part of this place, and that's also good for if you're coming with a family. Maybe you have a sim that wants to take a nap. Toddlers get sleepy a lot, so if they want to come in and take a nap on the couch, they can do that. If you have an infant with you, they can come over here and play on the play mat, fall asleep on it. That's what made sense to me, so that's why I added it here. And also, I wanted, just for the vibes, for it to actually feel like a real pool hall. Come here, pay your membership, all that. That's great for storytelling, for all of us who like storytelling LPs. But for those of us who actually need a functional area, this is great for functioning like that. And it has a few things you can interact with. So for instance, again, being toddler friendly. Sometimes if you're off, you're busy, you're in the pool, you don't necessarily want to, always be watching your toddler all the time. They will get hungry. They can't cook on the grill, and maybe they're in here, they're too far away from the picnic. You know how long it will take for that toddler to go out and go, walk to the picnic basket? I put a little lunch box in here. This is from the kitchen clutter kit. And it's really nice because your toddler can just walk up to it. They don't have to ask you. They can grab it themselves and they can get like a bowl of cereal, a sandwich, chips, apple juice, something. And it's very handy. Now, it's like a little reception bar. I also thought this little smoothie blender was great because it's Oasis Springs, it's that Cali life, you got a lot of fit sims that might come out and want to drink these things. So I like this. I think it's a really cool object. I just enjoy having it. And then plus the actual like reception area. So, if you need to use a computer, it's here. Of course, this is meant to be for like a staff member, but sometimes you're here with more than one sim. So maybe you want one sim to do, figure out some social goals or make a new friend or get a date or whatever. And maybe you got another sim with you where you didn't want them at home. You'd rather them work on a skill. They could come here, practice their writing where's the other sim is over here smoozing whatever. So that makes a lot of sense to me. And then of course we got the rest of the pool hall, which is the essentials. So if you're out and about, you might need to use the restroom. There's just basic toilet and sink. If you don't have this bathroom kit, I forgot the name of it. It's like a luxury, like upscale kind of kit for bathrooms, and I love it. You may not have that kit, but you could just redo this with a different base game sink and toilet. And then of course it's toddler friendly, so we added the toddler potties and the changing table. And there's a little garbage in here because you'll have little diapers just around and you might need to clean the little potties out, and that's totally fine. Just drag it all into this garbage. Now the other thing is we have the showers. So you come further down the hall, you get this little area where we have these shower rooms. So these are private showers here with Discover University. So even if someone walks in, it won't interrupt your shower because it's secluded in that way. And I like that. I found that very convenient for quite a few public spaces. But yeah, that's it. That is the majority of this place. And as of course you saw how family friendly it is for all the ages. But I'm so proud of this. It took forever to build and to really come up with a concept for this, but now that it's finished, it looks really good. It looks amazing. So I'm glad I was able to like pull that off. And it's getting late here, so you can really see the lights stand out more as it gets more dim in the day. And oh, that kid just did like a cannonball off of here. It looks amazing. So yeah, I enjoy this. I like it a lot, and I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think about the overall aesthetic for Oasis Springs? That is sort of like mission style meets desert. And I love these little like rock stones over here. We really did our big one with this. We did our big one, and I am so proud. Also, yeah, I cannot complain. This looks so good. So I want to know your comments. I want to know, can you see yourself using this sort of pool? I don't have it up on the gallery yet, but I will when I connect to the gallery. So if you are interested in this lot, it is a 40 by 30 lot. It is made specifically for this area of Oasis Springs, but of course it's a 40 by 30. It can fit in the other district if you want it to be. And you can find it on my gallery, Marsh Attack 12. So I have tons of different builds, lots of community lots, public builds, and many residential lots, especially for family generational homes if you are interested. And yeah, don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on the build. And if you guys download this, I definitely want to know because it is such a vibe. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and for checking out the build, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.